certain things that we absolutely love: fashion, beauty, food, and of course travel. And I have a lady that vlogs about all of this sort of stuff. We have Jannine, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to touch on the subject of bullying.
Fashion is obviously one of the main things that you do vlog about, but I did notice, you do vlog about quite a lot of important and serious things on your channel as well.
Yeah.
You did vlog about obviously the bullying that you went through in secondary school.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel about yourself and your ethnicity?
At the time, I think being so young and just easily influenced, it was really hard. It wasn't so much the words that they were using. I think it was more the frequency and like consistency at which I was receiving these like negative like words and things. So yeah, I felt it was awful. I didn't feel very nice.
So of course, during that negative experience that you had before, you mentioned about having to wear quite a lot of makeup because it made you feel quite insecure. Yeah. But I feel like makeup is your brand. So what's your relationship now like with makeup?
At first, I was definitely using it to kind of cover up, and I would never leave the house without makeup, and it was where I felt the most comfortable under like loads of layers of foundation. But then I guess I got into it that way, but as I started to invest time in it and I would go on YouTube and watch all these beauty videos, and I saw that you could do different things, and it became more of an art form.
So of course you do a lot of tutorials for, different makeup brands, different products and different styles for women of ethnic origin.
Yes.
How do you feel the cosmetic industry is catering to the darker skinned woman?
Okay, well, this is a complex question, because I think up until recently it hasn't been catering very well at all. And when I was growing up, the makeup, the foundations were very limited, the colour range was very limited. But more recently, I think makeup companies have seen that it's a necessity to produce colours in wider ranges, because we live in a country where literally London is a culture melting pot. There's thousands of different shades, so for a makeup company to create a line that only caters to like 10 different colours, it is absurd. And I think that people are starting to realise that, so they have started to grow. But I think still that there is a long way to go.
So how would you like to see the beauty and cosmetic industry develop?
I think definitely more ownership in ethnic ownership. I think that's so important, because the growth that we've seen now is even without that. So if we did have more ethnic people in positions of power within the beauty industry, I think that it would quadruple and more people would be happy. And yeah, I just think that's so important.
Well, thank you so much, Jannine, for having a chat with us, finally teaching us about how to be beautiful on the inside and the outside.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. I had
you.
an amazing time. Thank you for having me.